Hello, Lori Papow here. Today I'm going to show you my Four Seasons eggs. This is more of an intermediate level egg pattern where I use an outdoor scene of 2 rams and a tree and show 4 variations on this theme. One for winter, spring, summer, and autumn. I will be showing step-by-step instructions in this video, but you can find the written drawings on my website. What I will show you are highlights of how to best accomplish this egg pattern. I have 4 eggs that will have the 4 seasons. I make guidelines on my eggs so that I can keep the drawn animals even in size. And here is my first egg. As you can see, I waxed in my animals. For the winter panel, as you can see, I also waxed in the winter scene, both the snow and the tree branches, as well as the outer parts of the band. Now, before I wax in the white on the animals, I want to clean off those guidelines inside the animal's body area. Normally, when I do an egg, I wax in all the white areas on the entire egg first, and then I clean off all the pencil marks. But because I want to save the guidelines on these side panels, because they will eventually be yellow or orange, I'm just going to clean the little animal's body off right now. This will help prevent any pencil marks from showing through or any pencil smudgings from occurring on the egg. What I'm using is a little piece of cut off goof off wipe. These are fantastic. My friend Luba is the one that told me about these, and I really like using these to clean an egg, especially these little smaller areas. As you can see, all the rams in this panel are nice and clean now. Normally when I wax in my initial guidelines, I use the size 0 tip. But now I am going to change the tip to a size 1. The reason for this is the tip is a bit larger, so I can fill in sections of the animal a little quicker. Now I will begin to wax in the bodies of the rams. I will work along the lines, the straight lines, and as soon as I get those done, then I'm going to start going more in a circular motion. This seems to help me get all the areas and I don't have missed areas. When I go just back and forth, I have a tendency to miss some areas. All the white areas are done. But before I put the egg into the dye, which is going to be brilliant yellow, I want to check. I want to look over all these areas to make sure that all my lines are intact. I want to feel to see if there's any bumpy pieces of wax that might flake off and then cause an unexposed area. I will continue to wax in areas of my egg and dye the egg in steps with various colors. Well, I finished the work on my first egg, and I began work on the second egg, and I wanted to show that with each egg, the designs and the bands will be different. I've been working on the second egg. Before I move on, now is a good time to look at the egg to see if there are any missed spots. If there is a missed spot, I can use a small brush and dip it into the dye. Then I can carefully brush on the dye color onto areas of the egg that were accidentally missed. The work has been finished on the first and the second egg. And as you can see, I have the third egg started, and I will have the fourth egg to do. But while working on this third egg, I was thinking about questions that I'm always asked, and it's usually about straight lines. When we do our lines, we have our baselines, and that's a guideline. And we can look at that guideline and try and follow it the best we can. Normally, I would say with practice, we can make these very nice straight lines. But I have been doing eggs for many years, and I have lots of practice. However, with age, I know that my lines are not as straight as they used to be. And to fix that, I have found that if I will just look at my lines and just maybe add a little dot next to the lines, this will take away those wobbly looking lines. Now the lines will have these dots on there, and all the unevenness won't be showing through. For a lot of people, they mentioned to me that they really want to work on their lines, and they have a very difficult time. And I mentioned to them, it's okay if you just decide to make your lines zigzagged. And if you do this and you continue it on your egg with all your lines, it's a very nice looking design. So let's not let these wobbly lines affect our work. We can do something with them, either with dots or little slash lines, or just make them wavy lines. It's time now to remove the wax. I'm going to be using a heat tool. All the shiny areas that you're seeing is the wet wax being melted off. Okay, all the wax has been removed from the 4 eggs. Now we can see the 4 seasons. This is the front on each egg. We can see some really nice bands. Even more designs for the tops and the bottoms.